Peewee come in the house, and did he come out the house back with Uno and fall on the floor hugging up Naya or crying over Naya?
He did
Anything
not
like
fall
that?
on the floor. He did not fall on the floor and open up no Naya. Yeah.
Welcome back to Chute, Jamaica, where we keep you locked in with the hottest and most unfiltered news straight from the streets. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because we bring the realness every time. Welcome back to Chute, Jamaica, the home of unfiltered truth and hard-hitting commentary. This is part 2 of the Q&A with Bobo, and the contradictions just keep piling up. 1 minute it's confusion, the next it's clarity, and the names that matter always seem to get dodged. From the missing details about the video footage to unanswered questions about Peewee, Naka, and the equipment, nothing is adding up. Here on Chute, Jamaica, we're not letting it slide. We're putting full pressure on every crack in the story, calling out every inconsistency, and holding people accountable. If you want commentary that doesn't sugarcoat or play sides, you're in the right place. Lock in, because this breakdown is about to get raw, heavy, and straight to the point.
How long it took the police to get there?
I know, so I don't know estimate a time how long they take to forward there.
Just give me a rough estimate. 15, 20 minutes.
It wasn't a long time. You see.
Alright, so when the police arrive on the scene, Naya's equipment, his what you call it, like the ring light, the laptop, him bag, and him other personal belongings were still on the scene when the police came?
Yeah, they were still on the scene.
Say again?
Yes, they were still on the scene.
Did the police take any form of information about the equipment? Did they ask who they belong to, or any question regarding to those things?
Well, basically, yeah, them asked and them things done.
Who in the yard did the police really question? Who in the yard the police really did ask most of the information? Who was really relaying? An auntie, a relative, a uncle, a brother, who?
Granny and my girl cousin.
Your grandmother and the girl cousin.
Yeah.
Okay, so when the police came on the scene and they saw those equipments, right? Yeah. Who afterwards retrieved the equipment? Who packed up the equipment?
Well, the equipment then it did it till the morning, you see it. Like if the laptop they get take up, the ring light is still up on the tomb. You know? Yeah.
So you're saying the laptop was taken up, the ring light was left on the tomb?
Yeah.
To your knowledge, Naya did have any money on him that night when he passed away?
Basically, more than know enough father.
Nobody didn't check his persons to see if he have any personal
The police them.
The police did?
Yeah.
Somebody let me pass there. Now your brother want forward.
Question.
Somebody let me pass there.
If the police took those things, that means the police would have turned over those personal possessions to a family member, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Which family member the police turned over those personal possessions to?
Father, the night I was like very traumatized and stuff, so me watch a who they get and me know who they get, that's it. Yeah. Because me did have a bar and thing.
It's interesting. Bobo can't give even a rough idea of how long it took for the police to arrive. Everything else seems hazy for him, but the moment his name might be questioned, suddenly his memory is crystal clear. That's curious. Even more odd is that only the grandmother and cousin spoke to the police. None of the men who were actually in the house that night came forward. ICE asked Bobo directly who picked up Naya's equipment that night, and instead of answering, Bobo just described where the items were. He completely avoided the actual question. And of course, he won't admit if Naya had money on him. From what Bobo says, he claims to know nothing, literally nothing. He even says he was too traumatized to notice who the police handed Naya's belongings to. Really? That explanation raises more questions than it answers. It just feels like the story conveniently shifts depending on what's being asked. Memory selective or strategic?
Alright, next question. Who do you think Naya trust the most? Within him space, who do you think Naya trust the most within him space?
Who me thinking trust the most?
Yeah.
Well, basically, you know, some and cousins saying that trust me a lot more than when I trust some other man, you know?
And who would have been more aware of Naya movements? Everything when Naya go do, who would have been more aware of Naya movements?
Well, in that tell me say, yo, me go up on the road or such, don't. Yeah. Or if you go deal with the car, or if you go up on house, go do some work, make me know that, don't.
Question, Peewee have a residence nearby?
Yeah.
Him have a residence nearby. Him live
Yeah.
nearby. His house?
Yeah, him father have a house.
But Parker came out
The
and said
burn
the
down.
house burned down.
Yeah, the burn down.
So explain that to me.
Well, basically, you know, the house burn down and thing, and them a work back on here and sitting. And I think he rent to a house nearby too. Him father in the house. You see it, and him girlfriend there living at the house.
So that was the house that Peewee was staying.
Yeah, basically that. Of my knowledge, yeah.
Alright, what is Peewee daily activities? On a daily activities, when do on a daily basis? Because I don't know a friend. So when do on a daily basis? Like on the pound life, what is his daily activities?
To be honest, father, you know, so me no watch him daily activities them do.
No, don't give me a rundown like if you see him on a regular basis, if him pass through yes or no, or you know what kind of jugglings, you know, if him doing the farm of jugglings and hustling anything, what him do?
No, I don't know if him do no hustling, you see it. More while he go on some local site work differently. You know about that. Otherwise, no, I don't know if him do no more hustlings. And 1 and 2 times he go on work and thing.
Bobo is definitely not out of the loop. He claims Naya trusted him the most, but when it comes to figuring out what actually happened, he acts like he has no interest. Then there's the Peewee question. At first, Bobo says he doesn't know if Peewee works or hustles, but then admits Peewee sometimes works on a work site. That's not ignorance, it's careful wording. He knows more than he's letting on, and every vague answer makes you question what he's really hiding.
Alright, question. The video was surfaced. When it surfaced, right? We have a timeline with it. 30 minutes. Yeah, aware if there's any more footage to that?
No, I'm not here if there's no more footage to that, you see it. I'm questioning.
Listen, the question inquired if there's any more footage.
Huh?
Have you ever inquired if there's any more footage?
Repeat?
May I ask if you ever asked if there's any more footage?
Well, me ask one at a time, you see it. Me tell you say, yo, yeah, me try to investigate about that.
Okay.
Them say, yo, no more footage there.
Okay.
Camera anybody bar it.
Who you ask? Who you ask for footage?
Again,
Me ask my cousin. Me ask about the footage about the footage from my cousin. I ask my grandmother as well about the footage. So you see it.
the answer you get?
Well, the answer was that the police them get the footage and go through the footage from the night, and no more footage wasn't there.
Where the cousin here? Where you ask for the footage?
Listen now, me can't go answer them. Me can't go answer that day. You see it? Yeah. Basically, you know. I try to push nobody.
Boy, man, I talk to you. Talk to
Yo,
you,
don't talk to me.
man dead, bro.
Listen. What you have to say to you? Humble yourself and calm down your little self. Simple as that, yeah? Yeah, humble yourself and calm down your little self. When you see no ignorance going over here, because ignorance is bliss. You see it? Don't come over here and try to jump up with your ignorant self. Don't do that, youth. I'm to you. Come over here so bad, man. Go inside.
Bobo, finish what you were saying. Why you were just finish your response to Willie? Why you can't discuss that?
Because we basically know who.
Ani, let Bobo
Bobo
let Bobo finish answering the question.
Yeah. I know about myself, so myself me not talk about. Me not talk about nobody.
This whole situation with Bobo just keeps unraveling, and it's getting harder to believe a single word coming out. His story keeps changing around the footage, the timeline, and who knew what, and every new explanation only digs a bigger hole. Then there's the way he avoids calling names. Naka's involvement is obvious, but Bobo refuses to mention him directly. That silence speaks volumes. It's a clear sign of selective storytelling. The moment Naya's brother steps in demanding answers, the energy shifts completely. Instead of engaging, Bobo flips, tries to assert dominance, and even belittles someone who's there seeking justice for their own family. That's wild. This isn't just tension, it's a red flag showing exactly who's uncomfortable under pressure and why. From dodging questions about the police, to refusing to clarify who handled Nia's equipment, to avoiding Peewee's full role, the inconsistencies are piling up. The cracks are undeniable, and the truth is hanging in the balance, while Bobo keeps trying to control the narrative.
Hey, Bobo,
Myself not different.
we repeat the answer to whatever you get when he asked for the footage from the very correct cousin. But
So me ask about the footage. Yeah. The police them get it. My grandmother said the police them get it and go through it. You see it. Yeah. And I ask if there is more footage, them say no.
so the 48 seconds or 58 seconds, I don't remember which one we get. That is the only footage.
Yeah. Of my knowledge, yeah, that me know about.
You know about the camera them any at all, Bobo? Like what kind of camera they are, how they record, how they work?
No, me and no cameraman, so I don't even know how they work and thing enough for that, tell you the truth.
Do you know if it's motion sensor or if it's continuously recording, at least?
No, I don't know that. You see it. Just know so them did it. I don't know if I motion sensor, I don't know if I like what you say. Yeah.
Alright, Bobo. Was anybody voicing in the studio the night when I died?
Yo, artist dinner.
Artist was there.
Yeah.
About what time the artist leave? You have any idea about what time the artist leave?
No, I'm not sure, but after I dog drop.
After the dog, you say after I drop him leave.
Yeah. The live session was in the studio.
But you understand what me not understanding now, because you see there's some conflicting statements, and let me point it out now. One, them say the video was edited because there were artists in the yard and that is why it was edited. Secondly, them say the artists them leave before. So the part of the story there, we want to get straight. Were the artists there while Naya was deceased, or they left before Naya deceased?
Just answer it a while ago, Father. You just say a while ago.
Alright, cool.
I'm not buying a single word coming from Bobo about only knowing about the video clip the media got. Denying any awareness of the camera in the yard is just not credible. If it was a motion camera, someone spending that much time there, live streaming and hanging in the yard, would have noticed it moving at some point. That's basic. Then there's the story about the artist supposedly being at the studio but leaving before Naya passed. Wait a minute. So the full video wasn't released because of the artist being there, but they left before anything happened? None of it lines up. The explanations are conflicting, and the whole timeline is messy. Every time you dig, it feels like the pieces are deliberately being twisted to protect someone. Bobo's version doesn't just leave gaps, it creates more questions than answers. At this point, the inconsistencies are glaring, and it's impossible to trust his story without serious skepticism.
Question, Ice?
Go ahead, Sissy.
Bobo, have you ever seen Peewee with a weapon before at any point in your life?
No, I never seen me no weapon at any point in my life.
Has he ever told you or joked about having a gun or using a weapon at any point?
No.
Has anyone ever warned you about Peewee potentially being armed?
No, nobody never want me with the same arm and them shit, they don't.
Okay, so based on your friends, it wasn't common knowledge whether or not Peewee was known to have an armed weapon on him, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so the night, you said you saw the recording. When Peewee ran to the back of the house and he was making gestures with his hands, in your opinion, what did that look like to you?
Well, basically, it look one type of way where it look like in other weapon, you see it. But we don't know if him no make weapon at all, you see it. Yeah.
But it looked as if he had a weapon?
Well, that's how it look, yes.
And doing what with it?
Well, it look like in there load something, but when I meditate back on him and I exit, I say, yo, I don't know if him have no weapon, you see it, so I don't know if I shake him a shake or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When he returned to your house the following day, or at any point that the night of and the following day, did you see him go to the back of the yard at any point?
To the back.
Yeah.
You must have the back part of the yard. Basically, we use that gate the most. You see it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where he would have left to go home?
Yeah.
Okay. And he has a house in Panton Lane?
My father.
And you're not certain whether or not he stayed there that night?
Yeah, I'm not certain about the movements.
Okay.
The questions around a weapon really expose the cracks in the story, and Bobo's handling of it only raises more suspicion. He tries to act like he isn't sure whether Peewee had a weapon, but the bigger issue is his story about Peewee's movements that night and the next day. He wants everyone to believe he had no idea where Peewee went, but there's footage of Bobo and his friends talking about Peewee going to Diddy's house that same night. That's not a minor slip, it's a direct contradiction. When the story keeps shifting like this, it's impossible not to notice a pattern. There's selective memory, carefully dodged questions, and obvious attempts to control the narrative. Every vague answer, every "I don't know," points to someone who knows more than they're admitting. And it's not just about Peewee. From the timeline around the video footage to who handled Naya's equipment, the contradictions stack up. Names get avoided, movements get obscured, and even key family members calling for clarity are met with defensiveness. This isn't forgetfulness, it's strategy. The more you break it down, the more it becomes clear that Bobo's story is designed to protect certain people and leave the truth buried. The evidence is there, the questions are valid, and yet the narrative keeps twisting to avoid accountability. Every dodge, every inconsistent statement only adds fuel to the suspicion that there's far more going on than we're being told.
Bobo, does the name Shawnee ring a bell to you?
Bobo.
Johnny?
You hear me, Bobo?
Huh?
Hold on, Bobo, you hear me?
Yeah, me, I hear you.
Hold on. Let me just ask him something. Give him answer.
Well,
No, I
never
don't want to chain at all. How many kids are outside tonight? Say again?
Naomi. Well, I'm not calling him off. Naomi. Renaya. Oh, sorry. Well, I'm about 4 of them.
4 kids are outside, right? And your daughter was out there, correct?
Yeah.
And if Regina was supposed to ask Renaya if you took her inside and she said yes or no, would that be true, yes or no?
Repeat. Repeat, yes, father.
You said 4 kids are outside. Renaya was included, right?
Yes.
And the question I'm asking you is,
Yes.
Renaya was outside, correct?
Yeah, she was outside.
So if the question was posed to Renaya from Regina now to ask whether or not you took her inside,
The answer would have been yes.
the answer would have been yes.
Yeah.
Alright.
Bobo claims he had to take 4 kids inside that night, and he insists Nia's daughter would tell the same story. But think about that for a second. How convenient is it to say the child would back him up without anyone actually confirming? It feels like a scripted answer, not the truth. And every time the questions get close to the real story, Bobo goes silent or mutes himself, like he's being coached in real time. You can see it in his interactions. Dreams, his partner, seems to be guiding his responses, controlling what comes out. That's not transparency. That's someone carefully managing the narrative to avoid accountability. The pattern is clear: selective memory, coached answers, and constant dodges. The more pressure he's under, the more obvious it becomes that the full truth is not coming out, and anyone paying attention can see it.
Name Shawnee ring a bell to you?
So me have a cousin named Shawnee.
My cousin named Shawnee. How familiar is his cousin Shawnee with like Zania and Naya and all of that?
Well familiar. You see, because he's also a DJ him own studio.
Shani have any alias? Shani go by any other names?
Him artist name G-Energy.
That's the only name Shani go by, to your knowledge.
Yeah.
Alright. Shani and Naya ever have any altercations?
No, never.
So Shani and Naya never have no beef, never have no quarrel.
No beef, no quarrel, nothing like that. Never. You see it, only music we talk about.
Alright, talk about music with Shani. Alright. And Shani, you say Shani on Foga.
Yes. His mother is a Foga.
His name would be, his mother is a Foga, so his name is not Sean Foga.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no, make that clear for me. Is his name Sean Foga or is his name not Sean Foga?
You said Shani. Shani's name is not Sean Foga. Shani Foga.
Not Shani Foga. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. And repeat that alias for me, please.
G-Energy.
G-Energy. Alright.
Yeah, that's the artist name.
Do you know a Sean Foga then?
Sean Foga. You really have a whole heap of Foga in there, you see it. Yeah, man. Whole heap of them talking to.
So me know if you know a Sean Foga.
Sean Foga, whole heap of Sean Foga, me know whole heap of Sean. Me tell you say a whole heap of Foga name Sean Foga.
Yeah, so Sean Foga I want popular name.
Yeah, popular in Foga them.
Name Sean Foga. Any Sean Foga closer to no? Like closer to Zynyard? Or Sean Foga close to Zynyard?
Share them name Sean Foga, when me know of. You see it. And yeah, then come there and thing.
All three of them come there.
Yeah.
The whole Shawnee and Sean Foga exchange is telling. When asked about Shawnee, he admits it's a cousin, straightforward enough. But when the conversation shifts to Sean Foga, suddenly there's a web of too many people with that name. It's an obvious deflection, trying to avoid confirming that Sean Foga and Cuzboy are the same person. The way he navigates this makes it painfully clear that specifics are being intentionally avoided. This isn't a slip of the tongue or a momentary lapse. It's part of a bigger pattern. Every time a key name comes up, he sidesteps, dodges, or overcomplicates the answer. The gaps are intentional, and they raise more questions than they answer. It's almost like he's hoping no one will notice the connections, but to anyone paying attention, it's glaring. The evasiveness here isn't subtle. It exposes a level of control over the narrative, carefully managing what gets confirmed and what stays hidden. Every deflection is a red flag, signaling that there's more happening behind the scenes than he's willing to admit.
And none of them Sean Foga never have no altercations either. None of them in your age group?
In my age group, no.
None of them. And none of them and never have no altercations either.
They want all a man for me.
Oh, so they'll be a man. Okay, so they're all the men for you. Alright, now, you want there, sorry, rest in peace. But the 19th question, I don't know if somebody asked this before. I'm probably distracted the area, but 19th question. You me continue to see your recording of where did say you're on your live and talk to Shana Chin did you talk to?
Not Shana Chin, Tanya Chin Lai. She name on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah, me and her play a match.
And then you say, oh, me pack up, and you say, oh, you're done. You go inside as soon as you say, oh, may I turn off me live?
A little bit after that.
A little bit after that. So your intentions were to go inside, or your intentions were to carry the kids?
Well, to bring in the kids as well, don't call them did make be nice. Yeah.
When you carry them in, you come back out, or you just stay inside?
I stay inside and did on my phone and talk to one girl.
That's one girl.
Yeah.
Who's this girl? Who is this girl? If that was something.
Her name is Khadija Cooper.
Khadija Cooper.
Yeah.
What's your relation to Khadija Cooper?
Well, I'm ex. You see it.
You ever asked Khadija Cooper? You ever said to Khadija Cooper? Has Khadija Cooper ever reached out to you? First of all.
Well, me always reach out to her, you see it, but due to the situation and the cussing and all of that, what we are going on, we don't. She don't reach out back to me. You know? Yeah.
You reach out to her saying what?
Huh?
You reach out to her saying what?
Well, me I ask her for the call logs. So yeah, if you confirm it, cause the phone number they have mash up. You see it, yeah, cause you know me used to go live and the phone speaker fuck up, so you barely could I hear people, so me have to push my head to the camera. You see it. Yes.
This part about Bobo being on the phone the night Nia passed is just unbelievable. He claims he was inside the house arguing with his girlfriend when everything happened, as if that somehow explains his inaction or confusion. But the timeline doesn't add up at all. He supposedly found out Nia passed during that argument, yet he didn't reach out to the girl again until he was under pressure to provide the call log. That gap alone raises huge red flags. Why wait until the story is being questioned to go back to someone who was supposedly central to the timeline? And then there's the excuse about the phone speaker not working. Seriously? How does a faulty speaker stop someone from checking the call history or verifying details? It's a weak attempt to justify why records can't be produced, and it only adds to the list of inconsistencies. Every small detail in his story seems calculated to dodge accountability, shift blame, or make him appear uninvolved. When you put this together with everything else, dodging names, selective memory, evasive answers about Peewee, the equipment, the video footage, and NACA, it becomes clear there's a pattern. Bobo's story isn't just flawed, it's carefully managed. Every inconsistency, every vague excuse, every pause or deflection under pressure is a signal that the full truth isn't being told. And for anyone watching closely, it's impossible not to see that the narrative he's presenting is designed to hide more than it reveals.
I must say, him and I have one conversation. Yeah, I might have a talk with conversation.
Well, yeah. I might come to me and say, yo, he talk to Peewee. I quiz him. You see it. Ask him who is here and sitting. Yeah. I must say, I start getting a spirit and he said three person. He said,
Did you all hear that? First, Bobo said 3 names, then switched it to 3 persons. Why the sudden change? That's not slip-up talk, that's backpedaling. He knows exactly what he's doing.
He said 3 person. He said one tall one, one short one. You see it. Yeah. And the next one. That's what I must say.
I must say to 3 people.
Yeah, that I must say.
Oh, I must say, him say 3 people. Okay. I must say 3 people. Peewee is 1 person. All right.
Bobo, before I continue, I want to check with you first. Are you comfortable if I were to ask you some questions about Rashane and Lenard? I know the topic is sensitive, but
no, I'm not gonna be comfortable about that because we don't know about them. To be honest.
Pardon?
Yeah.
Sorry, say that again.
I'm not go comfortable because yeah, we don't know about them. Can't tell them for them background and I can't tell you nothing about them. You know, only thing.
It's not background related. It's more so your knowledge.
All right then.
So I'll ask a question, and if you're not comfortable, like please just. You don't have to answer anything because I don't want to put anyone in an uncomfortable position.
Yeah.
Okay, so you had stated that there was no Dons for Panton Lane, right?
Yeah, right.
The problem is that I've been hearing a few narratives floating around that suggest that possibly the community of Panton Lane is possibly afraid of or could upset the Don figure in the community. So my question to you, and if you've answered this already, because I'm sure it's been asked a million times, I apologize. I just want clarity. Do you know of Rashane or Lenard to currently be the Don or have ever been the Don of Panton Lane?
No, I don't know of that.
For neither one?
Repeat.
Okay, so I'll ask you individually. Do you know of Lenard to ever have been the Don of Panton Lane, both in the past or in the present?
No, I don't know of Lenard being a Don.
Okay. Do you know of Rashane Sims to have been a Don, both now or in the past?
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed Don. Okay. So There.
But you know one of things as well, that's it. Yeah, where people have a pantone and know say how him do things.
What do you mean
Yes,
by that? Things like what?
and I like people all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, and gun, and be a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's break this down properly. Earlier, Bobo himself said that the grandmother had a conversation with Peewee, but suddenly he doesn't know what was discussed. Then, instead of Peewee speaking for himself, Bobo claims it was his grandmother who told him that Peewee said there were 3 men. Notice how he makes sure to highlight it came from his grandmother, almost like he doesn't want to take responsibility for saying it directly. And then, when the questions shifted to Crush Bread and Lenard, Bobo's whole tone changed. First, he acted uncomfortable, saying he didn't want to talk about it. Then, like magic, he claims he doesn't know anything about them. But give him a few more seconds, and suddenly he's saying Crush Bread is a so-called self-proclaimed Don who takes people out. Hold up, I thought he didn't know anything. So how is it he knows that much detail? That's the pattern right here. Playing dumb when it suits him, then showing he clearly knows more than he admits. These contradictions are what make the whole story shaky. Because if you didn't know, you wouldn't have anything to say. But when it's convenient, Bobo seems to know everything.
Do you know of Biggs ever attempting to take on the role of the Don?
No, I don't know of that.
Okay. Do you know of Biggs to be involved in criminal activity?
No, I don't know of that.
Do you know of Biggs to ever have a weapon?
I couldn't tell you of that, is it?
Okay. You may have not seen it. Have you ever heard anyone make mention of it in the past?
Well, to be honest, I'm not the type of person who go around and listen to people and them things because it. I'm more a person who's inside of my house. Otherwise, if I don't really have business to tend to and stuff, I not to come out of my yard, you know?
Okay. Another narrative. There were whispers of an alleged 30,000, I think it was 30,000, that was picked up allegedly by Naya and his cousin. The narrative was that Rashane Sims sent it as a form of payment to have his uncle unalived. Have you ever heard anything about that situation?
No, I never heard nothing about that situation.
Do you believe it to be true?
No, I do not believe that.
Okay.
Hold on, CC, one second. Do you know of the cousin, Bobo?
Yeah.
You know Cuz Boy?
Cuz Boy, I want somebody me know named Cuz Boy, you know, and in dead abia. You see it about 2 to 3 years ago. That's the only Cuz Boy I know of.
Okay. So, in your opinion, if something like that was to happen, is that something that you believe Naya would have shared with you?
Of course, he would have shared me. So I know so nothing goes up.
Okay. So in your opinion, why do you believe that this narrative is being spread? This particular narrative?
In my opinion, they're just trying to spread some other type of narrative to try to make everybody look one type of way, is it? Yeah. And overall, nothing goes up. That's bull crap.
And has Lenard ever given you any reason to be fearful of him in any capacity at any points in your 20 plus years of life or however old you are?
30 plus. No. Many never come in contact like that, is it? Yeah, I just see my nose, yeah. I don't know that, you know. Otherwise, yeah. They ain't never stop on a reason or nothing like that or catch up in a no altercation, never.
Okay.
Bobo says it's all a lie, that Crush Bread sent money for Naya and Cuz Boy to pick up to take out Lenard. He swears Naya would have told him. Like, really? Naya would have trusted Bobo with that kind of info, but didn't even tell him who was sending threats? I call straight BS on that. Now Bobo's flipping it, saying people just trying to make Naya look bad.
And what's your relationship with Cuz Boy?
As I said earlier, one Cuz Boy I know off, and he died a beer 3 years ago.
Okay.
So you want to be a Cuz Boy to send with Naya for 30,000?
Repeat.
So there wouldn't be a Cuz Boy to send with Naya for 30,000 then? That you say?
Basically.
So, what are you tell me say you're familiar with the person that you're referring to?
Well,
Whenever you say you're familiar with the person that you're referring to, so who would that person be
well,
that you think you're referring to?
the person when me tell you say them I refer to, him have a different name, you see it. Yeah, you call the name earlier. Don't.
Okay. So
So there's another individual that could have possibly gone with Naya? Just clear that up, just to be specific. Is there an individual that you are aware of?
Basically, as me I tell you, say, me not, no, even nothing. Me know say nothing no go so. You see it? Yeah, nothing no go so.
Be very clear in what you're saying. Nothing, like specify what you're speaking of.
Nothing don't go like that. Nothing don't go so. Naya did not collect no money for no man. Yeah.
And nobody collected it without Naya's knowledge and had him present?
Yeah, basically that me I say.
Okay. Just to be clear.
kind of last night's session, Bobo. So where you think that came from? You think that they just pull that from the SSA? Like, you know, we go so in near the go so, and you basically tell me now say if anybody should have, if the story where them attack you would be this person. So I'm kind of lost night's session, to be honest with you.
Well, me no knowledge of no money transaction or nothing like that. So yeah, me I gotta tell you that. No knowledge about that. Nothing about that.
You have knowledge of the security guard wanting to take over the welder or anything like that that ever come your way, like that story that ever blow past you yet?
No.
Like you don't know nothing about that.
No.
You have knowledge. The person we called earlier, him have any affiliations to your knowledge? You have any affiliations with any person where you see a blow in the wind? Like people we're on the spot news media call a bunch of names. We're already call a bunch of names. The person we alluded to earlier, you have any affiliations with any of these persons?
No knowledge of that, so I could answer that. Don't you have to ask me yourself.
Now here's the part that really makes you question everything. Bobo keeps insisting he doesn't know Cuzboy. He says he only knows a Cuz, but conveniently avoids the one everyone else calls Cuzboy. Every time the media presses him about it, he dodges, and it's obvious why. They know he's lying. He's also adamant that Nia didn't pick up any money. And when asked if Sean Foga has any affiliation with the name mentioned on the spot, he immediately says no, of course. The story is layered with contradictions, denials, and evasions, and the pattern is clear. The truth is being carefully avoided.
Yes, Father.
Alright, so Zion Yard. I talk about Zion Yard now. We are related to Naya videos then. And in Naya videos, Naya say he's not leaving Zion Yard, right? Because in his mind, in his thoughts, feelings, whatever, Zion Yard is a safe yard. Zion Yard is a safe yard, correct?
Right. No fuck with
All right. No fucker cannot go on, correct?
Correct.
All right. So the night in question, right? The night in question. If the yard is a safe yard, which you consider nowhere that somebody cannot get you, nobody can come in you. In your view, do you think that it is a collective effort that was done to get Naya unalive? Because it's a safe yard, so them can't touch Naya in it. Would you think that a friend or a close acquaintance to Naya help get him unalive?
Basically, I say, yo, after this somebody close by, don't. Yeah, that me say.
So if it is somebody that is close by, that means that person would have to know Naya full movements, because an outsider cannot know a person movements, and unless they are very close to the person. Correct?
Repeat.
If somebody is to get close tonight, would you say that it has to be somebody that you said that it is somebody close by? And if we are looking at somebody close by, it has to be somebody that is aware of Naya movements. This is a question I asked earlier when I said, is it who would be aware of Naya movements the most? No, this is the same question I asked in a different way. No, I'm saying if Naya is to move or somebody to get to Naya in the safe house. It has to be somebody who is aware of Naya movements. Yeah, I agree to that.
When you check back, remember say a man movements, you know. A man can there in a yard, you know, and he move that shop all 10 times and people go see him on the road, don't? Yeah. People go see him on the road, him go interact with other people on the road. So yeah, he movement and I just who in a circle go know him movements. People go see him and move, don't? You have to look at it like that, don't?
But the question is, the question is, at that given point in time when Naya moved, you know, what we're trying to establish here, what I'm trying to get at is, if he move and he's back now into the yard, that is why I'm going at a time frame. So if him go and collect him partner and then come back and he's there, you hear me?
Yeah, me I hear you.
And he's back there now in the yard. Who are the parties that are aware that he left the night? Who are the parties that are aware? Because early on, the gang said, listen what the gang said. They were going to a party and they left to go and have show. So that means everybody that aware say now you're gone out on the road, don't?
Yeah.
All right.
Just yeah.
All right.
Here's another contradiction to call out. Bobo claims his yard is a safe, well-protected space, but 9 months later, he still heard nothing? That doesn't add up. At first, he even agrees it must have been someone close to Naya who carried out the act. Then suddenly, he flips, saying it could have been anyone because people are always in and out of the yard thanks to the studio. And get this, he even says it could be someone on the road, someone he sees walking around in the streets. But hold on. He just admitted his yard is secure, and it wouldn't be easy for a stranger to just walk in and do this. The story keeps twisting, and every explanation conflicts with what he said moments before. It's the same pattern over and over, dodging accountability and trying to muddy the truth. All right, people, that's where we're wrapping it up for now. The story keeps twisting, and the more questions get asked, the more cracks show. But don't worry, Chute Jamaica will keep digging, keep exposing, and keep the pressure on until the truth can't hide anymore. Make sure you hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss the next breakdown. Big up to all the viewers. Chute Jamaica, we outside, unfiltered, and raw.